Hi everybody, Tom Oates from the Wisconsin State Journal and madison.com here, and the NFL draft mercifully ended a few days ago and all the grades are in. So let's take a look at what the Packers did. A lot of A's, a lot of B's, mostly A's as a matter of fact, which I guess bodes pretty well, but I don't think you can grade a draft immediately afterward with a letter grade. You know, these experts look at who they took, grade it. You just can't really tell until you see these players on the field and see how they turn out. Here's the way I look at the draft. I look at it a little differently. I look at it, what did a team do with what it had going into the draft? John Dorsey in Cleveland had the first pick and the fourth pick. Well, of course he was going to have a great draft. But to me, it's does a general manager and a team maximize what they have going into the draft and come out with the best possible solution or best possible result, and that's maybe staying put. It's maybe maneuvering around and manipulating the draft board to meet your goals as a team. And I thought Brian Gutekunst did an excellent job of that. I have to say, that's one of the things people have talked about even around the league is he ended up trading around in the first round, ended up ultimately moving back a few spots and got a cornerback, Jair Alexander, who he probably would have drafted with his original pick anyway, plus he had a first-round pick out of the New Orleans Saints for next year. I know people are upset they didn't get the edge pass rusher that the Packers really need, but they did get two corners. Without that, I think people were thinking that they need that pass rush or they're going to waste another year of Aaron Rodgers' career. Well, you know what? Aaron Rodgers' career isn't just there's not just one more year to Aaron Rodgers' career. There's hopefully 5, 6, 7 more years to Aaron Rodgers' career. And this is, you can't solve all your issues in one draft. You have to maneuver around, maybe plan for next year. Let's say next year, what if they take their now 2 first-round draft picks and trade up and get the dynamic edge pass rusher that they need. I certainly think you could see something like that happen. As for what they did end up taking, I love the fact that Brian Gutekunst took 2 cornerbacks with his top 2 picks. I think it was a tremendous position of need due to some drafting errors by Ted Thompson in recent years at that position. I'm not a Ted Thompson basher. Don't think he did everything wrong, but some of his defensive drafting in recent years left a little bit to be desired. And the Packers find themselves still drafting cornerbacks because they're such an important position in the league. Secondly, I really like the fact when you look at the cornerbacks, it was the deepest position maybe on defense. And I think you're always better off taking from the deep position rather than from a shallow position. And most NFL people thought there was one lock outside pass rusher in the draft, and he went 5th overall. The Packers never had a chance at him. So I like the fact they took cornerbacks because there were a lot of really good cornerbacks in this league, in this draft. Nick Nelson from Wisconsin, who I think is a heck of a cornerback, ended up as the 12th cornerback taken. So I think they did right by that. Consequently, I give Brian Gutekunst a thumbs up on this draft with one caveat, and that's always the same. Now we have to see if they drafted the right players.